I'm Sawtooth Dave and Barefoot Bruisers, but this is a direct steel, it's not a Barefoot Bruiser. Alright, so today kind of turned into a weird day. I tried to come out here this morning and do a video. Actually, I tried like 3 times, and you'll see part of it in a second here. Just been a weird day, so let's just leave it at that. But apparently I got today mostly off, so I got to do some things here in a minute in the office, but like for the most part it's off. So this whole knife making thing is kind of a different journey. I don't feel like I'm on the path of a fully knife maker yet, because I've only made one that I've sold, and then getting respected by other makers and that sort of thing, get recognition from people. So I'm not on that road yet, but I'm not on the collector road still, because I've kind of transitioned. I've not really bought a whole lot of stuff. I got a few things on order, which one of them I'll get into in a minute here, and explain. So I'm kind of in a limbo thing, and it's a weird place to be for me, because like I come from a almost 2 decades worth of collecting thing now to like a point where I don't really consider myself a collector anymore. It's kind of weird. It's kind of, I am, but I'm not. Like, it's weird. It's a place that I knew I'd get to before I started this, full step into making, but it's kind of a limbo thing. So what I'm kind of getting at is I want to do something fun and interesting, change the video up just a little bit, like I don't get too much different. Like, it's pretty much the same. You'll see the same stuff no matter what, right? But let's start with this one. This is a pre-order that was like last year. I want to say it was like fall last year, and whatever reason it came out, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put my name in the hat. It's like $100 in, and then it came up just before my birthday. I paid the money and I got the knife. Why'd I get it? I don't know. It was a year ago when I ordered it. Like, and I could have not paid for it, just lost $100 or went to something else. But what I'm talking about is a CKF Evo 1.1. And don't ask me. I have no clue. Like, it was last year when I decided to get it. Why'd I pay for it now? I don't know. I guess I just wanted to see it, to see what I wanted to see out of this. I don't know. Maybe I'd worked on one at the time. I don't remember. In any case, I got it. And this is the impression that I got from this knife. I got it, I fondled it, I carried it around, I made a cut, 1 or 2 things with it, and I put it in the safe. I forgot about it. It's been like a week, and I looked in there today and went, oh, I forgot that I even got that. So that's how much that, like, this knife and me connected. Like, almost none. I had to say it, like, I like the design of this knife. Like, it could be a cool knife. It's just too far away from what I like in a knife at this point. Brother Rick did a video this morning, Ultimate E2C, and he was talking about a new custom he had got, and he was like, there's just something about customs. If you don't handle customs, or you have to be mentally, like, I guess, prepared for customs, because there are more flaws in customs that give them more personality, and that, to me, that's what this one is. So is this one flawless? Like, I don't know. Like, it's done so well that there's nothing to really complain about. Like, I can't sit here and say there's something to complain about, but to me and this knife didn't connect at all. So what are we doing fun with this knife? I'm putting it up for trade right now. It's pretty much brand new. Like, you're seeing it. Like I said, I might have cut a thing or two with it, but more or less brand new. I have no idea how much these cost brand new, because I put the $100 deposit, and I think it was like $5, or maybe a little over $5 to get the knife. So probably $600-ish. I don't know, maybe a little more. I can't remember exactly. I wish I could keep track of that crap, but I don't. I do like is it DLC? I think it's DLC on this one. I never had anything in the M398, or at least I don't remember, but I'm not going to use it enough to give you any kind of, opinion of the steel. But yeah, we're going to throw it out for trade. But with the trade, we're going to throw this one out there too. It's definitely my favorite cold steel. The full-tie DLC. This is a low serial number. I don't know. Maybe you guys can read it. I got my glasses on. I got the wrong glasses on, should I say. I can't really read it. But we're going to pull this one out for like a trade too. And kind of together, if you will. Why I'm saying this is like this. Instant regret. That's what I would say. If you didn't know, my birthday was earlier this week. Thanks for everybody for all the birthday wishes. I don't generally like tell social media. It's just that social media is like everybody knows. So like if you know, that's cool. Thank you. If you didn't, don't worry about second half of the lady because I don't care. But anyway, I got it kind of like, I don't know, birthday knife, I guess. Like, I don't know. When I was talking to Steve, I totally forgot I even bought this thing. Like I was telling him I ain't got one in forever, and I was like, dude, I just bought one. Like after I hung the phone up later that night, I was like, I just bought one, and then I saw it in the safe. I was like, dude, you're an idiot. Like I forgot I even got it. Like I said, no connection for me on this one. I still got all the stuff it came with. Same with this one, all the stuff it came with. Fairly sure I got all the boxes and everything, and nothing's wrong with them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a knife. It's just me and it ain't connected, right? So anyway, the instant regret was that for the amount of money I spent on that one, I could have got something more like what I was into on the American side of things. I don't have very many production knives, and I think these might. I think I got an SMF in there too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I don't think I have a whole lot production-wise in there. So what I'm going to open it up for is like, ultimately, if it's a production knife, I'd like to be American made. Like, I know, it limits the options and that sort of thing for a lot of people, but I would like to at least have American made. I know I'm trading two foreign made. This is Taiwan. This is Russia, China. But that's ultimately what I like to do. So I'm gonna throw the offer out. If anybody's interested, that's cool. Like a beat up CRK, I'm definitely cool with it. It could be a beat up, if someone's got Dixon they want to get rid of, something like that. Like, I don't know, whatever. Like, I'll do a 2 for 1, I'll do a 1 for 1, 1 for 2. I don't care. I just want American made. Like, I don't care. Let me know. Money can go either way. Like, I don't really care. Just both of those I love. They're probably some of the last all black knives I have, which I used to really, really enjoy all black knives, and I still do, but like production, it just isn't my thing anymore, man. It just is. So like, if I get a CRK or something like that, like I'm looking more or less Zahn or Nkosi, but I'd do a 31 too, I guess, or a 21 if someone wants to do 21. But like, I'm probably gonna reblade it if I get something like that. So the more beat up, the better for me. Like broken blade, that's fine with me too. I don't care. So if you've got something like similar to what I'm mentioning, like it could be whatever, or any custom. Like obviously, customs are what I definitely dig. But so if you want those two knives or either one of those, hit me up. Long story. But also JD had given me a knife back a while back. It's just a budget knife. I'm not really sure what it was, and he gave it to me for a giveaway. So if you make me an offer, you're in the giveaway. And that's pretty much the way I'm going to do it. And if you don't have something to offer, just offer me something stupid. I don't care. Like, just, hey, I don't know, whatever. Like, I'll put you in the giveaway though. But so we're not going to mention nothing about a giveaway. Just make me an offer via Instagram, Facebook. If you don't have either one of those, I guess you can leave a comment on YouTube. I don't care. So I'm gonna stop here, and then I'm gonna go back to the regular video. And before I even get there, yes, I'm a grown ass man, and yes, I laughed at my own farts. Oh man, hey, what's up, y'all? This is Barefoot Bruisers, and I'm Sawtooth Dave. I just tried to redo this video a minute ago. It's hilarious, man. I tried to get up and I ripped a big one, so I gotta start the video over again. Sometimes you gotta laugh at yourself, man. Like, it's funny. I don't know, like, try to be all sleek and stuff. Ruin my own video. Maybe I should have left it in. Maybe I would have got a kick out of it too. I don't know. But anyhow, another week. And I realized from last week's video, I was about as clear as mud on what I was trying to get across as far as assigning the name to the knife. And it was pretty obvious right away that, because, some of my buddies were hitting me up, texting me, some were just like, hitting me up on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And I realized that I never said that we're going to do a lottery to see who wins these things out of the original 16. So the reason I'm going with the original 16, those are the people who never saw a knife and said, I want one from you. That means the world to me. It really does. And so for you 16, I would definitely want to get what you want. After the 16 are done, or you've had your opportunity, that probably, how I operate, the things I'm going to do are probably going to change. I may introduce different model. I may do different pricing. Like, I don't know. I have to figure all that. So all this, just like a knife journey, like, and when you start collecting, you kind of discover it, learn, and then adjust as you go. And that's exactly how it's being as a maker. Like, I'm realizing I'm doing some stuff right, some stuff wrong, and then I'm trying to, do a direction correction, I guess you say, as I'm going here. So the biggest thing I learned is I wasn't clear. So if you were in that 16, you wanted in on this lottery, my bad. I wasn't clear at all. And for the people who thought that it was first come first serve, I'm sorry. If you thought you were first and wanted it, but I think I did it as fairly as possible when I did a little lottery, and I'm gonna just, for lack of, or for is it for transparency? Yeah. I'm gonna show you what I did. How about that? All right, hang on 1 second. Let's slice that in. What's up, y'all? So for the 60 you're on the list, this one is for the drawing for the Origin number 2 or O2. As it currently sits, pretty much ready for auctions, that sort of thing. There's only 6 of you, so I'm not gonna do nothing crazy. You got a 6-sided dice. It's regular legit dice, I don't know, whatever. So obviously we're gonna go order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good luck to all you guys. Let's see what happens. It's 5-side, so number 5, Tomas, you got O2, bro. For you guys that missed out on this one, I'll be glad to make you something similar in the future. Just hang tight, be patient with me, and I'll get to you, I promise. All right, thanks, y'all. All right, this drawing's for the Origin number 3 or O3, however you want to look at it, for the flat top. A couple options with profile, and then working on finishing and that sort of thing. But I'm not 100% sure Rick wanted it on this one, but I know Denise and Steve does. So there's only 3 of you, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes sense. 6-sided dice. It's legit. No BS. Roll the dice. So number 5. So it's our bro Steve. Steve, you got it, bro. Did it right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, Steve. You got it, bro. For the people who missed out, I'll be glad to make you something similar to that in the future. Just bear with me, be patient, and I'll get you. All right? Thanks, y'all. All right, so we changed glasses. I can see the camera again, or I see the screen again. So y'all can see how I did that drawing. Try to keep it fun, try to keep it, fair for everybody and that sort of thing. But hopefully everybody's satisfied with this. So I just want to take this moment and thank everybody who has supported me, whether it's reblades, regrinds, anything y'all done in the past. Y'all are the reason I got to where I'm at right now. Like this is honestly the way I got here. Having said that, unfortunately, I know I'm switching gears here, but unfortunately, T-Mac had an issue with his Origin number 1 and broke some hardware. I asked him to check the hardness on it because he works at a heat treatment facility. He was able to test it. It tested lower than what I expected to, but like it could be equipment, it could be what I'm doing, it could be a lot of variables. So no big deal there. But the hardware broke, and he thought there was metal chips in it. When he sent the envelope with those chips in it, when I looked at it, I think it's Loctite. I think Loctite set up in the pivot when they try to either loosen it or tighten it, one of the two, and it busted. That's my guess as of right now. I haven't taken it apart, haven't fixed it yet, but I'm going to. And so like these are the things that I'm super appreciative that we're not just like customer maker relationship, we're also kind of buddies via social media or whatever else. Because I'm sure if it was like somebody at Blade Show that didn't know me and bought this thing and then like, hey, what the hell, the hardware break? Like, I'm not assigning a fault to this at all. Like, I'm not saying that something I did made it break. I'm not saying something he did made it break. I'm just saying there was an issue, and because we're buddies, he just said, hey, there's an issue, and I was like, can you please send it back? Because I could have just sent him the hardware to fix himself, and I'm sure he's capable enough to fix it. But I wanted to take it apart and look at it and make sure there's nothing in this that's wrong, dirty, metal chips, otherwise. I want to inspect it again, and I'm just grateful that he's understanding enough to send it back to me, let me do that. So it happened. It just happened. Also that Nkosi that I did the reblade, the fat reblade on, that JD did the inlays on and all that stuff, it's coming back because it has too much detent lash, which is another reason why I'm absolutely 100% done working for the public doing any mods or reblades or anything else. That stuff takes up too much time for what I'm trying to do now. I'm still going to back up everything I've ever done, but done with it. Like someone else that hit me up on Instagram was one of those. I said I was going to do something at a certain time, and he waited a week or two or whatever the case may be. But at this point, I'm just done. It's too much taken away from what I want to be doing, and I don't have enough time as it is. So, just 86 and all that. Okay, the reason I really wanted to assign the names to the knives is to kind of get more of an opinion of what style handle they wanted, kind of sort of options. Like I haven't we're kind of doing it one step at a time. So I made pocket clips for them both. None of these knives are together. They just literally just got out of heat treat. So the O2, we decided to do more of a contour. So instead of just being a flat scale, they got the contour on it. I hope you can see that's more, it's kind of thicker on this spine side, and kind of more towards the, what would normally be like the blade down side is a little bit thinner. I'm gonna show you two together. I don't know if it's even gonna matter or not, but like, you know, I try to keep the proportions as even as possible. When I put the knife together, I'll show you this in more detail, because I want to kind of show you it as an option, but like it'd be better to do it as a whole knife, right? The other thing I did on this particular scale, two things. I did fill it in with a different piece of tie, but you can see that you can still see it there, and I think it's basically because this is 6AL4V, and I think this is pure tie, so it doesn't have the mixture. It's one of those things where I worked at a machine shop. I had access to scraps, so if they ran something to tie and they're just going to throw it away, I could grab that scrap and I could use it, and that's where this drop came from. So unfortunately, it ended up being like pure tie instead of 6AL4V. That's why you get a little bit different coloration there. I think the same thing happened on that Sharif model that I tried to attempt about last year to try to make my first knife. Hey, let's break it down. Why not? Like, remember this turd? If you watched me long enough, remember this thing. So anyway, that's the same thing that happened right there in that one, or that might even be stainless. I'm about to cut myself right there. Let me fix this thing real quick. There we go. That's better. Anyway, this rehashing this thing. It's kind of funny because I don't ever use this thing really. Like, it kind of just sits on the shelf as a kind of reminder of where the first attempt I made, some of the mistakes I made in this one, and basically my keep your eye on the goal, keep charging ahead. Like, there was limitations I couldn't do on that one that I've learned how to do otherwise. And also, like, I got the freedom to kind of work on my own. I'm not ready to do someone else's, like Sharif's design, which is like, he's an excellent designer, knows why he wants to do what he wants to do, and there's no guessing about it, where I just kind of took his design and bastardized it. Now it's hanging on the wall. So I'm embarrassed to even call it a Sharif design, because it doesn't live up to his standards at all, I wouldn't think. Like, I know he's seen it, but like, you know, it's not a real knife. It really ain't. I don't know why I've showed you that. Just happened to look over and see it. But anyhow, contour and scales. I got the scales contoured. If you can't tell, mentally I'm all over the place today, right? I was supposed to work today, then I wasn't going to work today, then she had to teach today, and then I had to do some paperwork today. So it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it is mid-morning and I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. Video should have been out 3 hours ago, but whatever. The other option that I really kind of wanted to do and try, and this, both, by the way, neither one of these finishes are done. I'm not happy with really how either one of them turned out 100%. But then again, you know, I don't know. We'll see what the end customer wants to do with them. But anyway, the other option I want to do is kind of flap side it. So I had to take these and mill them all down. I milled, because these were originally like 220 thou or something like that, which is pretty thick. You know, it's a pretty thick amount of tie. Especially with Tomas's blade is a 1/4 inch or 250, and Steve's is like, I think, just under 200, like 197, so just a little bit bigger than 3/16. So the scales being way thicker than the blade looked funny on that one. So I basically told him I got basically two options for you. I could contour them, or I could kind of radius them. And we kind of talked, and we like, yeah, Steve was like, I don't really care. Do what you want to do, more or less. And he just, you know, all he really wanted to do was radius. So I decked them down. So I cut 30 thou material off the top of them, and then I did the corner rad on these. So you can see that the edges are nice and rounded. So when you feel them, the corners feel nice and soft in your hand, but you still have that flatness for your grip. I don't know why I'm showing you this, because like it takes a long time to do stuff like this. So like I don't have a whole lot of progress to show you. Like I said, everything just came out of heat treat. So hopefully this week we'll do some blade grinds. And I think what I'm going to try to do is, I did JD Zahn too. There's no point in me showing you that, because it's 100% apart and the blade's just laying on top of the box right now. So like I'll show you that when I get it done. But what I was going to get at is, I think I'm going to do it like I try to get one done and then move on to the next one, instead of like setting up and grinding them all and then setting up, you know. I'm just going to try to concentrate on just one, make that customer as happy as I can, move on to the next one, that sort of thing. You've seen in that video, I told the other folks that liked the particular model that I would make something similar for them in the future. So it did take the time to make a couple little, you know, profile templates kind of thing. And you heard the nicknames. I think Brendan come up with O2 for me, and I absolutely loved it as soon as you said O2. So instead of saying Origin 2, the O2 was that handle profile, and the O3 was that handle profile. So basically, now if someone wants one, this is an exact copy, but it's close. You know, it gets me in the ballpark of making it visually about the same. So if someone wants, I'm gonna start doing it like. Well, I was talking to Todd the other day, and he was basically, you know, we were talking like it'd be cool to make everything one-off customs, but nobody would know what to order. So at this point, I'm kind of trying to bank like designs that people would want to order for, you know, instead of saying I want this but this kind of thing. Well, now they got the option like this is the O2 handle, so I'm just going to forever know this is the O2 handle. So if you get up on the ordering whatever and you want, I prefer the O2 handle. That's fine. Obviously, there was 5 other people that were interested in that design. Whether it was the overall design or the handle design remains to be seen. And there was 3 people interested in the O3 handle, which is good, right? So like I got 2 handles that multiple people were interested in. That's good. I just want to take a moment because in talking with Todd too, I realized that like I don't necessarily go on this started off as a, you know, an ode to the Sawtooth, and it's kind of morphed into something else. So Sawtooth scale, my scale. Do those look the same anymore? Is it safe to say that I've moved far enough from a Sawtooth that it's not a Sawtooth anymore? You know, like I think so. Same the O3. So same thing here. Like it's far enough removed that it doesn't look like a Sawtooth anymore. Like that's just hopefully y'all agree with me that the goal of moving away from that design and kind of sort of using it to base, like I'm just using basically at this point the geometry to base it off the my knife. So hopefully I'm far enough away that Raymond would look at this and go, he taking my design to rip me off. I'm far enough away. That first one, the called 01, if you will, is the closest to it, and it's still, I think, decent enough away that, you know, I'm happy with saying it's not. I worry about these things. Like, in starting a business, I was thinking, hey, you know, if I have, like, worst case scenario, mechanical failure, someone cuts a couple fingers off and sues you, do I need insurance for that? Like, as a business? Like, it's something to contemplate, right? So, like, Todd was like, dude, like, you're not selling that many knives. Like, chances are nobody's coming after you, but I don't just own this business. Like, combined, it's mostly my wife, owns another business, and she's starting another business. So there'd be essentially, they could come after other 2 businesses. I don't know how much, like, legally I need to worry about that kind of crap, but it's stuff I got to think about, right? Because there's more to worry about than other than myself, if that makes sense. If it's just myself, I would never put insurance on it. So I don't know. I'm contemplating, like, I think Doug's a lawyer. Doug, hit me up. Let me know, bro. Just general advice. Yeah, get insurance, or nah, I wouldn't worry about it. And if you guys have any advice, like if you've been in a situation like that, because I don't know, legal system's a little slippery these days. Like, I can only go back to like a motorcycle wreck that I was in when I was 40, and I pretty much got destroyed in that. And long story, years down the road, I basically got, like, I could have got money from my insurance, and it would have been X amount of money. I can't remember what it was. Let's just say $50,000 or whatever towards the bills or whatever else. Instead, we deferred it and went to a legal lawsuit that went to this court, that went to the Court of Appeals, that went to that court, and then they settled for about the same amount as I would have got if I just took the insurance money, started away. So, like, complete rip-off, complete waste of time. The only people that really got paid were the lawyers. So, you know, insurance company lost, my insurance company lost, and the lawyers lost. So everybody, or, you know, not, the lawyers got the money, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Both insurance companies and me both took a loss, and the lawyers walked away with, I don't know, probably 30% of everything. So, like, maybe even more, I don't know. Hard place to be in, hard place to make a call. Okay, I don't want to end on a negative note. So, back to the 2 knives for the giveaway, or not for the giveaway, for the trade, sorry. The 2 knives for the trade, the DLC trade, if you will, which is the 3V Cold Steel 8010 and the M398 Evo 1.1 DLC, whatever else thing. And then if you want to be included in the giveaway, offer me something. Be a dirty sock, I don't care. Just do it via Facebook or Instagram. And I'll try to do this drawing next week, and I'll try to work out the trade before next week so we can kind of sort of talk about it. I generally only go to FedEx once a week now, and it's not going to happen unless I get one of these knives done this week, or maybe I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we'll do the trade and figure all that shit out probably throughout the week and next week, if that makes sense. Okay, y'all be cool. See y'all later.